What's going on, Tamers? It's me, the most tired guy in the universe, recording this at ungodly hours of the morning. But as BT7 draws to a close, BT8 is right on the horizon, and I know a lot of you are super excited to crack into those boxes and start making decks. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 5 cards you should be on the lookout for BT8. In this list, we're going to be going from number 5 to number 1, number 1 being the most important card you should be looking for in this box. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first card on our list coming in at number 5 is going to be Imperial Dragon Fighter Mode. So what does this guy do? On Digivolve, he returns a 10k or lower DP Digimon to your opponent's hand. And then on attack, if you have a blue card in its sources, he unrests himself, he unsuspends himself. And if you have a green card in your sources, you can rest one of your opponent's Digimon. So why is this important? The blue-green Ultimate Ancient Dragon starter deck actually had some fantastic cards in there. With the introduction of Jogris, and this card really allows you to take the level 6 that is in there, the Imperial Dragon mode, and make it just a little bit scarier. So before he would just drop 2 level 4s and then he kind of just sat around on the field, and 12k is kind of an awkward number to be at because you can be checked by other level 6 Digimon in security. However, this guy with the buff to his damage, as well as the ability to give him some removal and potential 2 security attacks every single turn, or just the option of removing one of your opponent's Digimon that's on the board, is fantastic. So you'd probably imagine that this list is going to be full of like the secret rare and super rare cards. However, this next card is kind of surprising because it's only uncommon. So coming in at number 4 on the list is actually going to be level 2 Guriban. This guy doesn't do much, just on inheritance. If your Digimon has 6000 DP or more, whenever it attacks, you can draw a card. So why is this important? Red really lost out on level 2 draw, if they weren't running an Agumon based deck, because the only other level 2 or Digitama that had the ability to draw was the Koromon, which forced you to have Greymon in the name whenever it attacked to draw a card. So outside of the Greymon decks for red, you really didn't have much card draw at all. Guriban's important because he opened up this gate to all red decks, because 6000 DP is such a low bar. It really opens up the chance for you to use other things outside of Agumon and still have draw. And if we're talking about the potential for a card, I think Guriban really does buff all of the red archetype decks in general, so can't be overlooked. So the next card on this list is here not because of how strong it is right now, but also of how strong it's going to be in the future. Taking a look at things like the EX2 meta as well as the BT9 meta, this card is still very important for both of those. And coming in at number 3 is going to be Metal Greymon. So what does this guy do? On Digivolve, and although it is kind of an expensive Digivolve at 4 cost, he de-Digivolves an opponent's Digimon 1 level, and then he deletes a 3k or lower DP Digimon on your opponent's side of the board. Honestly, can I keep it a buck with you guys? This is how Digivolution should honestly work, in my opinion. Getting to level 3 and not being able to do anything about it is kind of whack, so yeah, but I digress. Also on Inheritance, if it's your turn and you have Dragonkin or Machine in this card's traits, you can attack opponents' unsuspended Digimon. So why is that important? When you get to your level 6, again, that Inheritance effect is really what you're aiming for here, it gives you complete control of the board. BT8 Black War Greymon, it gives you the power to clear, become active again, and then make a security attack, which is really strong. And in the future, his ability to attack unsuspended Digimon gives him the potential to counter D-Reaper, which in my opinion is a pretty toxic deck, so So this next card has some pretty powerful protagonist energy as well as plot armor, not only in the show, but also in the TCG. And coming in at number 2 is going to be Magdama. So what does he do? First off, Magdama has the Armor Purge ability introduced in BT8, which means that whenever you would destroy a Digimon, instead of destroying the entire stack, only the top card is trashed and the rest of the Digimon stays on the board. This is super powerful for aggressive decks. Additionally, he has Blocker, which gives these aggressive decks some form of defense, as well as an ability to choose whenever you want to get rid of that Armor Purge Digimon on top, if you want to Digivolve into another Armor Purge Digimon afterward. And then finally, his strongest ability is on Digivolve, he becomes active again, and then for every armor type card you have in your trash, he gets plus 2k DP. So what does this all mean? Well, first off, Magdama really gives rise to the entire archetype of Vmon aggro rush, allowing you to just make tons of security swings with armored Digimon and they stick around if your opponent runs into them, or they die because of security swings, allowing you to Digivolve into more armored Digimon after that. Additionally, when he's combined with the BT3 jamming Vmon, he gives you the potential for 2 security attacks in a turn. One with the Vmon, and then you Digivolve into the Magdamon, unrest, and then attack again. And then finally, if this card sticks on the board, you have the potential for a follow-up turn where you can use something like a Fire Rocket to give it security attack +1, and then you can use the card Armor Texture to trash the armor type Digimon and then Digivolve into another armor type Digimon and keep the security attack and unrest again in swing. So Magdama really does enable the deck to have some pretty powerful plays in the mid game. Alright, so that means that we're finally at the #1 card on the list, and honestly, this card is incredibly cracked. In my opinion, it's better than both the secret rares in the set, and that is going to be at #1 again, Chimeramon. So what does he do? First of all, he can Joggers from any 2 level 4 Digimon of any color, at all, for free. Additionally, you can also just pay the hard 4 Digivolution cost and then Digivolve from any color Digimon for 4, which means that he slots into literally any color deck. Additionally, whenever you Digivolve into this guy, whether it's through Joggerous or regular means, you take a level 5 in your trash and put it up under him. Any level 5 at all, there's no restrictions here. Which means that you can really get some powerful level 5 inheritance effect on this guy for super cheap. If that wasn't enough, he also has clear potential. So for every color up under him and his color, which is white itself, you can give up to 4 of your opponent's Digimon minus 1000 DP. So what that means is if you have 3 colors up under him, you can give up to 4 Digimon on your opponent's side of the board minus 3000 DP. 1000 for every color, up to 4 times. And then finally, if that wasn't enough, on your turn, he counts as all colors in his sources in addition to his own color, which is white. And then if he has 4 colors or more, then you get plus 4000 DP during your turn. So honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but let's talk about why that's good so far. First of all, as the meta becomes more color diverse, this guy sees more play, guaranteed. He only gets stronger. As you see multicolored decks pop up and dual color decks pop up, which are going to happen in BT9, BT10 moving forward, this guy still just has an amazing effect. Also, this card has incredible freedom. The fact that you can Joggers or Digivolve from any 2 Digimon or any Digimon and gain access level 5 inheritance and buff and clear at the same time just cannot be ignored. I mean, if there's one card that I would say that you need to grab in this set, it's going to be 4 copies or more of Chimeramon, because he will only see more value as the game goes on. Alright folks, well that's all the time I have got for you today, but let me know, what are the cards that you're looking forward to grabbing in the BT8 set, and do you agree with the list or do you not agree with the list? Do you think there should be some other cards that should be in the top 5 for BT8? Let me know in the comments below as well. Anyway folks, I'm going to get out of here. Before you get out of here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoy the content, want to see more Digimon TCG stuff in the future, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. You guys be good. Bye-bye.